The following review is intended for entertainment purposes and targeted for adult fans of the series.
Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to another Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters. Oh, the light's not on. Wow. Okay, that one's on me. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to another Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills episode review. Unity is very important to a superhero team. Think about the Avengers, who kicked so much butt until the Sokovia Accord split them and they were a team divided. The Tattoo Teenagers from Beverly Hills have never really seemed all that united as a superhero team, so can they survive a concerted effort to divide them? Let's find out by taking a look at the 25th episode of TTAF, The Chocolate War. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel to see all of my videos. Ring the bell, get your notifications set up so you'll be notified whenever I post brand new videos. And if you'd like to lend any financial support to the channel, consider checking me out on Patreon or Ko-fi at Orange Ranger Videos. Emperor Gorganis is feeling down on himself, asking Lechner if he's a bad emperor, and if not, why can't he conquer the Earth? Clearly, it's Nimbar and those meddling Sentinels. And Nitron, Lechner reminds, don't forget about Nitron. That gives Gorganis an idea. He summons Culebra, the dog snake kind of a thing, and gives him, we never really see this besides maybe punching on that keypad he has on his arm, a new disruptor ray. 3 hits from it and the Sentinels will never want to work together enough to form Nitron ever again. Lechner does point out that Gorganis has more or less tried this plan before, but Gorganis says this time it's going to be subtle and a lot harder for the Sentinels to notice until it's too late. Then we see a train? I mean, clearly it's just a toy train, but it is nice to see something moving on the monster set that suggests human life. It is just there for Culebra to destroy, of course. At the school, Gordon and Lori accidentally run into each other and realize that they're both selling candy bars for the annual fundraiser, as the sign back there says. They get competitive about it, Lori saying that she sold 400 bars last year, Gordon saying that he had the flu last year, and this year's going to be different. At first, I thought Gordon's character was going to be tunneling below ground as usual, as Lori wishes him good luck, and he says he doesn't need luck. Hey, just like that girl in the video game Beast Morphers episode. But when Lori reminds him that all the money is going to the same place, they never say where that place is. I would assume the school, or at least a charity of some kind. Gordon does ratchet himself back and wishes her good luck as well. I guess they have to start their characters out on a good note before the monster starts making them go downhill.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Their tattoos flash and a portal opens right in the middle of the hallway. I do not understand why, when they've used the bathroom constantly as a private portaling location, sometimes a portal just opens up in the middle of the open where anyone could see them use it. Anyway, it's just Gordon and Lori on this mission, as Nimbar says that Culebra is being unusually passive. He just blew up a train. Passive? Gordon gives Nimbar a chocolate bar and the two head out. Little side note here, and I'm gonna let MPG go ahead and have his little get on with it moment at the end, because I know this is a derail, but I had a thought about some of the actors in this show not being in the starts of episodes. I was recently talking with former Power Rangers producer and current amazing Twitch streamer Melissa Flores on one of her streams about the prevalence of comic relief characters in Power Rangers as of late. She was explaining how those characters actually serve an important purpose because they have scenes that you can film without the principal actors on hand, so you're able to film multiple parts of an episode at the same time. I think that's what was going on here. Basically, I think that episodes were written to specifically exclude certain actors, so they would have the ability to film different parts of different episodes, more than likely, at the same time, and get ahead of production that way a little bit. Just a thought that occurred to me. Alright, MPG, go ahead.
Get on with it!
And so I shall. The two arrive and find Culebra indeed passive, sleeping up on a rock pillar. It wakes up and jumps down when they get there though, and hits Taurus and eventually Scorpio with the Disruptor Ray, which is really just Culebra breathing fire. It then leaves. The two of them return to the cave, Nimbar congratulating them for all of the nothing that they just accomplished, and Nimbar asking Gordon about this chocolate he gave him. Gordon was of course giving Nimbar a free sample to set him up for sales down the road, but would Nimbar have anything that he could actually purchase the chocolate with? Diamonds, I guess. He did say they're plentiful in his world. Lori's eyes flash and she gets ultra competitive, saying she's the one Nimbar should be talking to about chocolate. Gordon's eyes flash as well and they start fighting over this, eventually agreeing to a bet on who can sell the most candy bars. If Gordon wins, Lori will join his Junior Achievement Club. But if she wins, Gordon will perform with the cheerleading squad at homecoming in uniform. I don't know, I think Lori got the better end of that bet. There's a scene in the cafe that I think I can kind of speed through. Gordon and Lori sell candy bars to Drew and Swinton, and then both of them nearly tackle somebody who walks down the cafe stairs. Their tattoos flash and they head back to the cave. Culebra is back, attacking another train in reversed footage. Gordon and Lori bicker and the team heads out. The Sentinels are doing fine in round 2, until Scorpio and Taurus start arguing. The distraction gets both of them blasted for a second time, and Centaur and Apollo get blasted for the first time. Culebra leaves again, and the team heads back to the cave. Now all 4 of them have the competition fever, Swinton and Drew saying they'll get in on the candy bar act and sell more candy bars than the others any day. Nimbar points out that ever since they started selling these candy bars, they've been fighting with each other. So he orders them to stop selling them and says that next time they fight Culebra, they're going to form Nitron so Culebra does not escape. As opposed to the first fight when Scorpio and Taurus didn't even touch Culebra, but they apparently won. The 4 of them absolutely refuse to form Nitron with each other. And this is where it starts to get dirty, in kind of a soap opera sort of way. Gordon and Swinton are selling candy bars at the school when they realize that Drew has a receipt taped to her locker for 2 entire cases of candy bars that she's purchased to sell. They wonder where she could be storing all of that chocolate and get an idea. Meanwhile, at the cafe, Drew is basically selling candy bars to her customers and tells Lori that she may have started a rumor that Swinton's candy bars were tainted with salmonella, tanking his sales. Lori realizes that they could do that to Gordon as well. The boys head to the pool house at Drew's, finding it converted into a freezer to store all of her chocolate, messing with the thermostat trying to get it all melted. But the girls arrive, Drew about to make some phone calls about Gordon's chocolate, starting some rumors to tank his sales as well. The 2 alliances clash at all of the sabotage and quickly turn in on each other as well. Their tattoos flash and they run to the cave with their chocolate in tow.
Excuse me, what?
Nimbar has finally figured out Culebra's plan and tries to explain it to the Sentinels, but Gordon rushes straight to his pad and transforms to be the first one out there fighting. Swinton quickly runs after him, and then the girls run into each other, Lori getting to her pad first. Drew hops up on her pad to transform, but Nimbar locks it so he can tell someone what's going on. At the fight, we see that the Sentinels have gotten so competitive with each other, they're now attacking each other in order to fight the monster. Centaur portals in and says that she knows what's going on, but nobody will listen to her. So she just shoves Apollo back, I'm guessing into a portal. Remember on the big stage the portals aren't visible, as he just suddenly stops and stands straight up to portal away. In the cave, she explains to him how they started getting competitive after getting hit by Culebra, and the 2 of them agree to form Nitron. The 2 of them head back to tell Scorpio, but she still refuses to listen, so Apollo picks her up and carries her to the portal. We don't even see that explanation scene, it would be a repeat. We just cut to Gorganis reacting to them fighting, and then they come back. They now have numbers on Taurus, who is still refusing to listen, of course, so they basically just force him into the arm square. And it turns out they don't have to do the vocal call-out in reverse of their transformation order, they just have to form the arm square to form Nitron. By the way, while this has been going on, Nimbar's been getting into the chocolate. This was a short but interesting Nitron fight. The most useless shield in all of combat gets knocked away yet again, but then Nitron stabs its sword into the ground standing up and picks up Culebra and throws it into a rock pillar. Nitron then picks the sword up and fires behind its back to send the creature running. Who knew that Nitron had style? Back in the cave, the spell is broken and everybody is back to normal. They realize that Nimbar has eaten all of the chocolate, and it seems to have an intoxicating effect on him. He's just so happy to see everybody getting along after they were fighting, and he was ready to give up on this planet, but this is the only planet in the galaxy that has chocolate. I kind of doubt that, but hey, who wins the bet? Earth does. Let's read the signs. Episode 25, The Chocolate War. Pros, another decent plan from Gorganis, a little fun banter, and everyone is involved. Cons, banter quickly gets annoying, the chocolate thing got bothersome, and monster plan disconnect. Another one that was surprisingly okay, but not amazing. The Chocolate War gets 3 signs out of 5. While it is classic Power Rangers, I've never been a fan of the type of villain plan that involves messing with the Rangers or the heroes' personal lives. I prefer villains that see the Rangers as the obstacle to their plans that they are, and does something to interfere with their ability to fight them directly. Nitron has chased away many a goon, so it's a great plan to try to interfere with their ability to form the thing. Genius! This is something I didn't really point out in the plot summary, but I do think kind of warrants mentioning here in the pros and cons. A lot of the Sentinels bantering with each other in their competitiveness was revolving around Nimbar. In several episodes, Nimbar has commented on his confusion and annoyance that the Sentinels don't get along better. They worked that into this episode by having a lot of that banter revolve around him, cutting back to him in between the Sentinel snipes at each other. Also, when they formed boys and girls alliances to fight each other, that part of the bantering was actually pretty fun. And when I say the boys and the girls formed alliances, that means that all 4 of them were involved. Yes, this was another focusless episode, and as I've said before, I consider those the best. Maybe because none of these characters are really powerhouses, so it's better when we focus on all 4 of them and they're together. Kind of like Nitron, come to think of it. It was a little fun to see the interplay of the competitive banter between the 4. But I've hinted at it now twice in sort of backhanded prose, so let's get it out of the way. That cute banter got old real quick. This show loves to make us watch these 4 people fight with each other, and it gets annoying really fast. The drama is not nearly as interesting as the show seems to think it is. Really, for me, the more interesting character notes in the episode were early on, with moments like Gordon and Lori actually being nice to each other. The candy bar sale was the plot device around which everything revolved, but for some reason, the fact that it just kept coming up in the episode was something that started getting to me. The Sentinels are selling candy bars for charity or the school or something. It's a really simple concept, but they just keep bringing it up, the competitiveness over the candy bar sales, Nimbar's new addiction to chocolate. This is a weird and minor gripe, but I was just tired of the candy bars by the end of the episode. Maybe because I'm not really supposed to eat them anymore? And this was another one where I feel like the monster chosen for the plan wasn't the best match. In fact, while I like the appearance of Culebra, I'd have to say it's probably one of my least favorite monsters on the show because there's really just not all that much to it that's interesting. I think this plan would have much better fit the Sorcerer, a zap from its magic wand for a spell. The Disruptor Ray was just Culebra breathing fire. This episode was okay. A nice team-focused filler, not that all the episodes in the show haven't been filler, that teaches a minor lesson about not getting overly competitive and has a nice little laugh here or there. It was too annoying for me to call good, but it wasn't annoying enough for me to hate it. Let's see if we discover evil in our midst next time by taking a peek at the 26th episode of TTAF, The Monster Among Us. Dude! Gordon misses out on the date of a lifetime as Emperor Gorganis and Octodroid replaces Taurus with a look-alike android. And that is going to do it for another Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills episode review. Thank you, heroes, so much as always for watching. Now that the video's done, you can head down to the comments below and let me know what you thought of this episode, as well as my review of it. And while you're down there, make sure you smack that thumbs up button and let me know that you enjoyed this video. Folks, please try to make sure you're still staying inside and staying safe unless you have important personal or otherwise reasons to go out, and just make sure you stay safe if you do. Keep washing your hands, try to stay safe from the virus, and until next time, may the power portals protect you. Let's find out by taking a look at the 25th episode of TTAF. Unity is... Anyway, it's just Gordon and Lori this time. I think that certain episodes were written specifically excluding... I'm doing that again. If Lori wins, I have to do Gordon first. If Gordon wins by selling the most chocolate, I should mention, kind of in like a soap opera way, you know. Shoot. For some reason, it constantly getting...